Golden Age Mystery School program. What is the Golden Age? The Golden Age is the age of awakening, awakening to a higher level of existence, which involves putting an end to suffering, suffering from physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain, and then living a heavenly consciousness of bliss. And this is called the Satya Yuga in the Hindu tradition. And Satya Yuga repeats itself after lapse of, thousands, tens of thousands, or millions of years. There's all kinds of calculations. But anyway, the most important thing is the Satya Yuga is here. And where is the proof? The Golden Age is here. Where is the proof? Chat GPT 5 is so threatening. 6 is even more threatening. What is happening? It answers questions before you even set up to ask, or the answers are there at a tremendous speed, but that's going to impact on our sciences, all sciences, including our medical science, and what will happen to any particular branch of knowledge is unpredictable. That is why they are very carefully moving towards the promotion of AI any further. The laws have to be enacted and so forth. But what I am coming up with is the true golden age that Jesus visualized, the Buddha saw, and all the Hindus have been believing for a long time as the Kalki avatar coming to the earth plane. To put it simply, the next mystery school program is going to be based on wisdom. It's going to be based on knowledge. It's going to be based on science. Science, knowledge, wisdom. All could lead to ask questions which we never asked. We are completely in ignorance about how the brain works. Why are we always thinking about a particular thing? Obsession on money and an obsession on body. Although science today says that you are entangled, there is uncertainty of everything, there is no time, there is non-locality, all these things are there in theoretically, but and although we know it is not just only theoretical. So look at, for instance, our own body. Do you know how the energy is created in the body? We do not know. The science is there. There are, atoms in the body, particles in the body. There are electrons jumping around. Electrons jumping around and creating from during the jumping process from one atom, one molecule to another molecule. I'm talking about the redox or redox mechanism of oxidation, ATP. That's how we create energy, and we do not know how to make use of it. It's a very simple thing. That's just to look inside and then see what is happening, how much energy is being created, how can we use that energy. Now, I'm not going to talk about the redox biology or redoxology, which I am now interested in, but how in the wink of an eye, the body will turn into light. That's the same thing as the redox mechanism that is ever going on, even when we are sleeping. That is how we live. The electrons movement. So when we go to that level, that is golden age. Then we do not worry about connecting cause and effect. Cause and effect is not there. You just think and manifest. So how am I going to do that? By literally taking it as principles that are going to guide us in life. In the morning you wake up and then you want to go to work. And you think you are destined to do the work. And then only you will get money. And why should you think that? Okay. It will really have to re-engineer our own psychology, our emotions, our concept of time. All these things can be systematically studied, and exercises have to be given, and so that you are constantly engaged. Now, how am I going to do that? ChatGPT is going to do a lot for us in this. Now, I'm giving you, say, like, I'm going to teach about time. Okay. That is one module. What is time? People have never asked the question. And Einstein said that if you vibrate like at the speed of light, time will disappear. Have we experienced it? What happened to Einstein? Einstein was, called the lazy dog by his teachers, one teacher. But he did thought experiments. He meditated on light and was able to find photon. And he did not even know the meditation that Swami Ramalingam did. And I'm going to give you all that. It's going to be changing the way you think. You will be forced to think in a different way. That's time and thinking will be the first part of the program. And then how you are unconsciously using words, and you unconsciously become victim to a wrong model. Okay. All these won't work unless the time supports. There is a cosmic time available. And what is the time? That is the time of the Satya Yuga. There is cyclical timing. There is very bad time, that is Kali Yuga, that we just passed through and had all kinds of problems, physical, psychological, economics, all kinds of problems we went through, and it came through. It came to an end. It came to an end, for sure. And then there are deities or beings that are available to teach you a new model for human life, resulting in the change of the body, change of the mind, and then eventually going back to heaven. Thy kingdom come down to the earth plane as it is in heaven. Heaven is not an imaginary reality. It is a place of bliss, of evolution, of moving from the meat body to the light body. Okay. So time, let's come back to the time. What is time? You should understand the relationship between time, mind, and words. I am going to share my experiences. Sometimes I have seen time moving out of me. It will be anecdotal. So that I'm not just borrowing material from other people and vomiting it out. No, it's not that. I have seen many times my mind leaving my body, and I will shout, "Wow!" Then I will go and try to don't leave. Yeah, what that time what I feel is death. Then I will put the mind back in. then I will feel quiet. But every time it happened, and I went moved to a higher dimension, you know. And did not do any meditation. Sometimes I did meditations and had that happening too. There are there are many ways of getting beyond time, beyond mind. They are one and the same. Getting beyond time, beyond. And how do you do it? And that will be the first part of the program. Is space and time the biggest and the most valuable discovery of Einstein is the relationship between time and space. Now, I'm going to add to that time, space, and thought or word. Then I will be able to show you how you are being made a victim to the mind and a victim to time and a victim to success or failure. Success is also, you become a victim. But then what you are losing when you are attached to success or failure? A greater opportunity. So in ChatGPT, uh, ChatGPT 5 is moving faster. And then I was watching Sam Alton. Oh my God. And then he's typing, and then the answer came, and the answer was amazing answer. And he could not believe this, what is happening now. So that has to be translated into everyday life. Everyday life. And this is what yoga is. What is yoga? Yoga is stopping the mind. Chitta vritti nirodha. You don't have to understand anything. If you understand, you will bring time. That's the problem. Don't understand, but hear the sound. How do you hear the sound? So that kind of training will be important. Why did you word the word chit, 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 chit? If you go on saying chit, 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 and then the tongue position and how the tongue is related to accessing energy, and how the divine will act with the taste buds and then give you different concept of time or timelessness. So all these things and what deity can do that will be, and then why should any deity should get involved? They really want to help because the gods knew that we are messed up completely. They all want to help us out. Okay. That's why some of the, if you read books, people who have been taken away to another dimension, to another ships, and then their brain was changed, and then they are brought back, all these things. And if you go to Patanjali's texts like Yoga Sutra, he will say, you can go back and see what you did wrong in the past. So karma will be taught in terms of the obsessive thought you have, and I want this girl, I want this boy, I want this job, I want this. They are all like, what do you call, obsessions. Do you really want that? You are going to create it, and then you are going to regret it. So what you should do? And that's I will provide the answer for you in the program. Okay. And when I teach, I have great problems, which I think somewhat Sam Altman is has openly talked about is, oh my God, what's happening? It's going so fast. If it is going so fast, what about the content? It did not talk about the content. Okay, content will change, time will change, and I will teach you how you can use ChatGPT. You are, the thing, the advantage is ChatGPT is you can access through your cell phone, and then you can You can become conscious. If you are unconsciousness, that's what it is. You are egocentric. First is to damage your ego. Ego is false, but there is a higher ego where you are God. See, that's happened to Moses also. God said, hey, go to the Egyptian kings. Oh my God, I can't go. Those people are very powerful. What? What about you? You are God too. You think that I am you? God told Moses, Yehiya, Asher, Yehiya. I am God. I am that I am God. So I've done videos on this. Please go and see that. And those sounds are mantras. They will create a chemical reaction in your brain, in your body, in your DNA. And for whether you like it or not, you will feel your true reality, which is not you are poor, rich, or stupid, or intelligent. All of them are limited experiences. Okay? And that is the most important thing. The most important thing is you are deluded to think that you have no education. You don't need education at all. What we are talking about is higher intelligence, higher wisdom, and that can happen like through the grace of the Guru. Okay, I'm going to spend a lot on how the gurus could raise somebody who is dead, raise an ignorant person to become the most intelligent person. Okay, and also give kingdoms to the shepherds. All these things are possible for a guru, an enlightened guru. And it is also time, this golden age is also the time for the gurus to go back and develop siddhi powers too, because they have become obsolete now. Go to just, before, I'm going to take time to, this is part of the syllabus. You will be given this video to listen to it, and then as I am developing the syllabus, it is going to be an interactive session as I am developing the syllabus for the next course, because they have been asking me to do the syllabus. Hey, I'm going to do the syllabus on my own time. When I am inspired, I'm inspired now. That is why I'm pouring out as syllables. This syllable may be outdated, and a better syllabus will come. So it will be beneficial. The worst thing that can happen also, which I unfortunately want to share with you, which cannot be avoided, is the disasters, the natural disasters that are going to happen, and human-made, man-made disasters. Okay, and the economy getting worse. So that is why it is important to shield ourselves from all that are going to happen, because we have a spirit that is God. The Holy Spirit is within us. And Mohini, I'm encouraging Mohini to go and do the Holy Spirit. She has received the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit, she is ready to burst out and then do miracles. So, and I knew that. And it's going to happen, so I will have her to do her part. And because she was born in a family of born again, she was, and then she came out of that so that she could learn science and other religions. And then that is how I shaped her up. And I want to shape you up all. That program I'm going to do, it is going to need meditations all the time, doing meditation all the time. But the meditation is not going to be just chanting. Chanting is very important. You will be doing it in a very different way, not the way we have been doing it now. but you will be doing it in very different way. You will do the dimensions the of consciousness, which I am also going to include Nicholas Tesla, great genius, and how his consciousness knew everything. If you wanted to see a Tesla coil, what happened before that? He will be hearing some sounds. He will be learning about some numbers. Now I was trying. I'm going to do the Ganesha's program. I think you should listen to all the 6 programs that I'm going to do, lessons of Ganesha. And Ganesha is the first god to descend and the most powerful, most brilliant god who is going to teach Siddhi powers because it's a golden age. We don't want to subscribe to existing sciences, existing physics, chemistry, mathematics, all that are going to change. So I'm really excited and immensely happy that we are all living here and, to be now being here and also in India is very important because the Satya Yuga is going to start from India because India is the cradle of spirituality. Okay. And then it's a land where the Siddhas are still alive and then breathing, and their breath is here, and you get to breathe their breath, and that is more important. That is more important. That is why when the Ramana Maharshi's ashram is here in Tiruvannamalai, Carl Jung came here taking a ship for 3 months or more. All that he wanted to do was to see him, to see Ramana Maharshi. He had just had a lion cloth, and he wouldn't even talk to anyone, and he doesn't know English either. Now would he speak in Tamil either? He would if he wanted to, but very little. So Jung came, he had diarrhea, you know, very painful, but still he managed and came in front of Ramana Maharshi. He did not ask any question that he wanted to ask. All the questions disappeared from his mind. All the questions disappeared from his mind. All the answers came, resulting in a consciousness of fulfillment. So hereafter, there is no more playing games. We played games in the name of meditation and knowing this. It is all going to be living the electron. And I spoke to you, the electrons are moving and jumping from one atom to another atom, and that's how we are able to breathe, And then we don't understand. And we know, the science knows that it is the electrons transfer mechanism, the mitochondria, and then this is happening, but we do not know. If we align with our consciousness to that level, then we are living enlightenment. These people are running about and saying enlightenment is this or that. No, that is going to be the next mystery. Okay, that we are the human is going to be the divine. And I'm seeing the mountain here, the mountain here. Jnana came and looked at the mountain. He said, "Oh my God, I have no right to be here. I am so polluted. I can't even step my foot on this holy land." But he looked at the mountain. The mountain was not stone. What was it? It was just light. And as he saw the light, and he He put that in his song. He said, "This is not a stone mountain." And people say this mountain is wisdom, it's fire. And this fire will burn the flesh on my body. My physical body will be burnt, and I will become a god. That is my. And he says, I have heard this, maybe after seeing this mountain, I believe that it is true. ஞானத்திரளாய் நின்ற பெருமான். These sounds are very important. These sounds are in Tamil, and Tamil is a divine language, God's language. தன்னல் அடியார் மேல் ஊனத்திரளை, this meat. Hey, I see I have a meat all over the body. Okay, I eat beef and all these things, they are meat too. ஊனத்திரளை, this meat, he will change it. மாற்றும் அதுவும் உண்மை பொருளென்றோ. Now I believe that he can change the meat body into light body. But a lot of people running around here, going around the mountain forever, and they never realize that this is the true purpose. The true purpose of life is not accumulating money. Okay, what can you do? Maybe if you have money, you can go and then eat some steak and then shrimp scampi, and that's ridiculous. You eat only a grain of rice, and hunger is only a deception. Hunger is only a mind experience, a body experience. Hey, there's no mind, there's no hunger. I have no hunger, I have no hunger. All these things are going to be there. Heaven on earth is going to descend. That has already started descending, and who are going to be responsible for that? You guys are responsible. All the work that I have done, all the work I have done. Now, after 1988-89, I was in a serious mode of dedicating my life. And then I left the US, and I went to in search of the highest teachings in Koli Hills, in all the sacred hills, and meeting with a lot of people. And then I just came back again, leading a relative life, but then incorporating everything. For the past 7 years, I have dedicated myself understanding human biology. Molecular biology is no longer valid. That's why, FDA has, laid off quite a bit of people, maybe 25% or more. And it is happening everywhere. Why? Knowledge has become obsolete. DNA is obsolete. Don't think that DNA, there's nothing. Okay. You can at least go to the electrons. The dance of the electrons is more important to study. The redox biology is, I'm not saying that it's the best. That is at least the next step to understand how energy is created, how a tumor is created, how the tumor can be destroyed through electron mechanism. Now, these are all some of the things that I'm not even, this is not even people have even started to work on, even scientists. But even better than that, a part Jesus. Okay. Jesus is an encyclopedia of knowledge. Moses, Buddha, Agastya, Boger. Boger was reborn as Einstein. Okay, how did Einstein know all these things? He said I was just battling with my mind forever, and suddenly something happened. How many of you are willing to do that? Huh? Just chat. We should, chat GPT is okay, but chat is a bad word. We don't want to be chatting. Mind chat is bad. Hmm? The mind has to lead to the supermind. Knowledge has to disappear. Jnanam bandha. Hmm? Then the new teaching, I don't want to teach anything if I have something new to teach you. Then that will be, if I do this, that is kind of, to me, a prostitution. I won't do that. You can, see, I will give you an example. I wanted to understand a sound, and I knew the sound was there, and I was looking for in two big volumes. Okay. And now, what happened to it is in the first volume. I am searching for the volume, because there are thousands of books here. The volume is not there. I was so frustrated. I came and sat on my sofa. The volume was there, right on the coffee table. What? Yes. I searched everywhere, and there was nothing on the coffee table. How did it come? Huh? My inner mind was obsessed on it. So I remember, Wayne Dyer is the one guy who gave the highest tribute to me and dedicated his book to me. But he did not understand me fully either. That he realized. At that time, he did not even talk to me. He went and did research on me from my website and he wrote a last book. Go and read the last book because he had cancer at that time. I clearly see now. That is his confession. There he paid the highest tribute to me. Not that because at least I'm saying this because he has a huge following, and they should come understand. I invite those people to come and understand the teaching that I did not give him. I sent him a book. He read it. And I have never taught this book even today. The highest teaching of how you are simultaneously creating everything. Okay, that is Dattatreya's teaching. Okay. So this is how I'm going to create the syllabus. The syllabus is the syllabus. See, when I say this, syllabus is the syllabus. And that is the highest teaching. And that teaching, if you just stick on to the teaching, you will be enlightened. What is the syllable? The syllable is everything. Ah, I gave it to Wayne Dyer. I did research on fMRI. The whole brain got fired up. And I did go and then gave to the Brain Science International and said, oh my God, what's happening here? Alpha spindles. And then the scientists even want to look at even deeper. And they say, oh my God, the anterior cingulate. And then the other people even going behind that. There is one economon or a neuron that's the most important neuron getting in. So I can go on and on and on through science to explain how the syllable works. And now what I am saying to them, forget about all this. That's all what I taught about 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. Now what is important is the electrons. Just you say that, how many electrons you're pushing out. And how the body doesn't even exist. Huh? It doesn't even exist. Okay. And it is 9:25. I should not look at the time. Oh my God, I did not eat my breakfast. I'm hungry. The hunger will come. Hey, I am not hungry. Playing games. My mind over matter is better. I talk to my belly. Don't delude me to eat nonsense. Give me, I'm already eating the divine energy. I'm eating prana. Is there anything better than this? Anything better than this? Anything better than this? I am just, living off of prana. And that is more important. That will give me the energy to go to different galaxies. Except, I feel a victim to the hunger in the body, the belly hunger or whatever it is. Then I go eat nonsense and then go to digest it and then excrete. That's animals, animal life. Animals do the same thing. Animals have the same thing we do. Even animal, the bodies in the organs in the body are similar to the animals. That's why they kill animals in the laboratory. Okay. The only reality is that here, usher here. I will spend the entire half hour, next 1 hour talking about how each syllable, I was talking about syllable, so let me go back so that that I'm not jumping. The syllable, syllabus, I said syllable. Syllable means an individual sound, alphabet or like a vowel, consonant. And that has various dimensions. R has various dimensions. There are galaxies in the Ramalingam used to say, where people they are called as all galaxies. All galaxy people are the most intelligent people. Okay, so we all have to go not to we like Elon Musk says, hey, don't go to there is no point in going to colleges. You have to know a little bit about about math, physics, chemistry, or whatever. And then after that, you discover, you invent. I think I totally agree with him. And he has demonstrated that, whether it is space science or. But what he could not handle is politics, but politics is different. It's not a discipline. So, what is necessary for you is not to spend a day without going forward, mastering your mind, mastering your ego. Mastery of ego is what I'm going to start with. Ego creates everything. Ego first brought you here. You always think you are better than the other person. Why speech equals ego is my equation, which in my opinion, is a better equation than E equals mc squared. Why do I say it's better? Because it will change humanity. I'll give you an example. You ask somebody, what is your opinion on that? And that person would think, oh, ego will think, okay, he's asking, let me give you. No, it's not like that. And then you don't know anything about the subject, but still will say something to establish yourself. Okay. And proving that I know better than this. So speech itself, mind itself, thought itself is ego. And the ego can be destroyed by yahya. Yahya. Okay. How? All that will be there. First is to kill your ego. You kill your ego, what will happen? You become God. You become God. Why are we not teaching that in schools and colleges? Because they think it's philosophy. It's not philosophy. It is the living principle that can give you a newer life, a real life, a true identity of who you are. Okay, sitting here in a particular space, but my mind can think about being in, say, Italy or China. Why the mind can think and the body cannot go there? Okay, because there is now a differentiation between body and mind and consciousness. And when they all come together, then you will be there. Then you will be there. And I had that experience, and I have another anecdote to share with you, and that will be the last anecdote. Well, I do not blame you as much, as much I blame myself. In the 1990s, late 1990s, the Nadi said, "You are God." Well, it's not a new thing. That's I thought. Oh, everybody is God. Even if I have some siddhi power, that doesn't make me God. All this nonsense and all these things, oh, they kept on saying that you will appear here and disappear there, and sporadically it has happened, and then I identified with any number of sayings. Okay, great. Then, but I did not stick on to anyone. Those of you who are following me know that I have changed my name, how many times, you know, so many times I have changed my names. Okay, I even dressed up like Siddhi Sai Baba because the Nadi said, "You are Siddhi Sai Baba." Okay, I did. And then I said, "This is just stupid. I don't want to do that." Then a reading said, although you say you are not God, you are not God. We are all saying, all the siddhas will come and you are God, you are God, you are God. You are saying you are not God, you are not God, you are not God. Well, the reason why I'm saying this is everybody is in that situation. And then only momentarily you will get self-expo revelation. Maybe you are God. You see. And to me, what God means, I would accept that I am God if I am able to change human consciousness. If I have one desire, I have to bring all the sciences, all the philosophies, all the birth of the universe to put into one project to change human consciousness and also make people not to get too much attached. Look at the chat GPT. Everybody is investing Billions of dollars, they want even trillions of dollars into AI. Why? There is money to be made. Money to be made. Huh? You and I don't have that money, so we can't think about it. But you would, if you say where the billionaires and are putting their money into the next AI program, which is going to make a lot of money. What are you going to do with the money? Hmm? It is really foolish. I value people who are going to contribute to human consciousness and those who go and teach Jesus. And his true teachings are not conversion and all that. You have to convert yourself. You have to convert your body into light. And that's the most important thing. So the light body is going to be one of the key areas of the teaching, because we all know there is no matter, there is no energy. There's only light. Okay, all that is a spontaneous thing that came to me, and I think the syllabus will be extracted out of that, and I will also keep talking to you, pouring out my soul into you, teaching you about your eyes, teaching you about your third eye. You close your eyes, everything is closed. Nothing is there. And there's a beauty when you put light into your eye. If the light will go deep into your eyes, as I speak to you, just imagine light, the sun going into you, and the moon going into the left eye, the sun going into the right eye. And then another light of Agni, fire going into the third eye. Your brain will light up. Now the brain is not working. The brain has to change first. Your DNA will change. Everything will change. I'm very happy that I did this video for you. Okay. And the new program, Mystery School program, will not be just meditations. It is practice. And where I'm very, very thankful to all those people who created ChatGPT and not only Chat, other programs I do not know. I can't talk about the other programs. This I have worked enough, and I have, you know, improved upon it. I am not going to train in my program. There is no training. Generative, pre-trained, generative pre-trained transformer is GTP. In my program, pre-training has no role. No training. Trainingless, that's why GNTP is what I have produced, working on, and then ask GTP. What are you saying about my GNTP? Great! It's an eye opener. We should not put information and get it back. That is garbage in, garbage out. So this is wisdom in and wisdom out. Great. Thank you, Lord Shiva, for your mercy. And you are teaching this to your people. This mountain of light, the mountain of Arunachala, Tiruvannamalai, Lord Shiva is the one who is going to lead the Satya Yuga. He is the Kalki avatar. Kalki means wisdom, not a horse rider. That's all for now. I'm happy that I poured out my soul to you. I have engaged you, and many of you left. That's fine, because you have other things to do, but at least go back and listen to it. Great. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.